Just want to start off by thanking Kieran and Rod for having me. I'm super excited to listen in on the work that others are doing, but also share some of the work we've done at Mission College. So here to talk about the Mission Cares AI initiative. And really this is a project to enhance support for students and staff. This project was brought to me by the president of Mission College, President Sahar Awan, and my team. Really, she was seeing that delivery of service to students in need was just taking way too long. So it was really taxing on her staff. And then also it's just kind of poor service for her student. So this is really a project to deliver student resources and critical services quickly and efficiently. So let's see. Let's see. So what was the problem? So we have a variety of these different programs at our school, like many other colleges, EOPS, MESA, Rising Scholars Trio. These are all different support programs based on different populations. But each one of these programs had their own intake process. They also had different eligibility rules and tracking process. So this was painstaking for the staff because they had to manually cross-check multiple systems, as mentioned in other presentations, had to pull data from the SIS data. In this case, we're a banner shop. There's form submissions from students, transcripts, and then they're tracking all this in what I call a spreadsheet of doom to determine each student's eligibility. Advisors did not have one centralized real-time view of student eligibility. Even when they collected all this information, it could already be out of date because a student may have registered for another class or dropped another class. So the information, even when they pulled it together, wasn't necessarily accurate. So again, this process was slow, time-consuming. Students slipped through the cracks or just waited too long. So if you can imagine a student who was homeless or became food insecure and having to wait 2, maybe 3 weeks, not for service, but even for the initial response. That's the situation a lot of our students were in. So then we'd already partnered with AI and I'm sorry, with End-to-End on various projects, including fraud and the Illuminate Gateway. So we engaged End-to-End on the conversation. And the main thing was to develop a centralized dashboard that had data in real time. So that's what we helped build out. So it pulled data, again, from Banner, from form submissions and other sources. And then what we did was we trained AI to look at those eligibility rules of every single program and then assess each student and provide a summary for each advisor. So it looked at things like major, GPA, financial aid, other factors, and then generated this plain language eligibility summary for each program. So then what the advisors get is, like I said, a clear AI-generated breakdown of which eligibility criteria are met or not met. But again, we have AI doing the initial assessment, but then humans to verify. Overall, the impact has been exactly what we wanted: faster, higher quality of service. This frees up time. They're no longer collecting data and collating data. The advisors are now able to have personalized connection with the students. As mentioned in previous presentations, it's really getting more face-to-face time with the students or dealing with those students that have really complicated situations. So initial reports, advisors are saying this is saving 5 hours per week. So once fully adopted by all the advisors, that's going to equate to 3,000 hours saved annually. And then what's next? I'm not going to go too far. So in the next year, we'll definitely be expanding our banner and other platform connections to capture additional details to help assess eligibility criteria. We want to transition from a passive application process where a student applies for a program, but we already have most of the data uh, in our system. So we want to do real-time nudges or proactive outreach of, looking at their data and maybe they meet 4 out of the 5 criteria and prompt them to engage with the department because they may be eligible. Other short-term goals are the ability for our advisors to just chat about a student's record. So right now we have a dashboard of very specific needed data, but um, advisors may have a specific question about a student, like show me all the students I need to follow up with today, or show me all the students currently and awaiting to reply status. So that's kind of the short-term goal. Long-term would be really looking at all the student systems and uh, preemptively reaching out to students who are in need of support. Like Kieran mentioned, hey, somebody got a parking ticket. They haven't got any food from the cafeteria in a week. They haven't logged into Canvas. And so having AI do that outreach to find out what's going on with that student and what kind of support we could provide.